Hey, MLSListing subscribers, we're back, and that means another great vendor spotlight. As always, I'm your host, Dave Scalora, and we're really excited today because we just announced our partnership with CubiCasa, and they bring a free floor plan generator that uses your phone to scan your listings layout and dimensions. Some really cool stuff. So let me introduce Joseph McDermott from CubiCasa. Joseph, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, no, we're thrilled to have you. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And I know you got a presentation to kind of show us all the, cool things you guys got. Before we jump in, I got to tell you, I've talked to some agents that had before we even announced the partnership, and he had told me, oh, they got some really cool stuff. They use you guys, and so I was excited even beforehand. So,
Good,
um,
good.
but for everybody else now, they get to see, exactly what you guys have to offer.
Mhm.
I'll let you take it away.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for letting me join you guys today. My name is Joseph. I oversee our MLS partnerships here at CubiCasa. Excited to chat with all of you today, give you a closer look at how you can use our tool to enhance your listings and really to improve the experience of both buying and selling with your clients as we launch our partnership with MLS Listings. So let me get my screen shared, and then I think we'll be ready to dive in. All right, cool. So today I figured we could spend about 15 minutes together walking through a few things. First, we'll talk about what CubiCasa is in general for those that may not be familiar. We'll touch on the benefits of floor plans and why they're important to include on real estate listings. And then we'll take a look at the CubiCasa mobile app, the technology itself, what you'll actually be using to scan properties and create floor plans, and give you a quick look at the different types of floor plans that you can create, including, best of all, our completely free basic option. So with that, I think we are ready to dive in. So CubiCasa has one main goal here in the US, and that's to bring a floor plan to every single real estate listing across the country. So let's talk about the why behind that and how floor plans can help you win new clients and impress your current clients. To start out, some of you are probably wondering, what is CubiCasa? So to give you some background, we're a amazing mobile app that allows you to quickly and easily scan a property with your smartphone in just a couple of minutes to create an accurate floor plan and even get individual and overall dimensions of the space that you can then use for the listing. And if you're not already using fence as part of your listing media, and our research shows that you probably should start. Consumers really want to see floor plans. They're actually the top desired add-on outside of the listing photos and detailed information about the property. They're even more requested than things like virtual tours. So that's why we're so focused on making floor plans, more common on real estate listings in the US. And what I personally find really interesting too is if you look at the years of sort of the prime pandemic, so like 2020 through 2022, floor plans continued to outrank things like virtual tours. So I think that just kind of goes to show like this is something that consumers really want to see. They're already familiar with floor plans as well on the, multifamily and rental side of things. So this is kind of an extension of that. But, why are floor plans so important? I think the easiest way to boil it down is that it really gives consumers an easy way to understand the home and make sense of its fit for their lifestyle. You can easily make sense of, the size and flow between the rooms. You can learn if and where current furniture will fit. But I think the most important piece is really understanding if the layout of the home suits your client's family. Are the kids' bedrooms near the primary bedroom, for example? Or on the flip side of that, are the kids as far away from the parents as possible? Is there a dedicated space kind of off the main action of the home that could be used as, a home office or a guest space? A floor plan is really going to be the best way to answer those types of questions and to make sense of the layout of the home. They can also help to kind of tie the photos together to make sense of the flow of the space. When you're swiping through photos, you're typically just looking at one single room at a time. If you've got a floor plan in addition to that, you can kind of see beyond what's in that individual room and really understand the flow of the space throughout the home. So now that I've got you thinking about the benefits of floor plans kind of in general, why should you add them to your listings? There's a couple of key reasons that I like to highlight. First is that it allows you to stand out. So when you include floor plans and really just great media in general, one of the real world examples that we're seeing really great success with is including the scan as part of your listing presentation. So not only are you going to be showing that potential client, this extra work that you're going to put in to create really awesome marketing materials for the home, but it also gives you a nice touch point the following day. Once the floor plan's actually been created, you can then share that with the homeowner and kind of go back over your marketing game plan, how you're going to use that to get their home sold. And plus, because floor plans are still kind of gaining traction in the US right now, it's an easy way for the listing to stand out. And then for you personally to stand out as being that sort of, forward thinking, tech savvy agent in the market. And then the second key reason I always like to highlight, we just mentioned consumers want to see floor plans. So this is a really easy way for you to appeal to potential home buyers and can even help you to generate better qualified leads who really know and understand that the property matches what they're looking for and fits their lifestyle before taking any sort of next step. Outside of new listings, CubiCasa is also a great way to provide helpful resources to your buyers. So you can actually scan homes that you're touring as well and be able to provide your clients with floor plans and even detailed reports to really help them make the decision of which home to move forward with. We also have a really cool new feature called snapshots. I always like to highlight this if you're working with like a first-time home buyer, for example. Snapshots allows you to actually take photos as you're walking through scanning the property. And then you're going to get a floor plan report at the end that will include all of your photos and then show a floor plan right next to that, showing exactly where the photo was taken and even kind of showing the angle that the photo was taken from. So it's a really great way to highlight key features in the space. I always say that first-time home buyer example, because think of things like the electrical panel or the water heater or water tank. This is a really nice way to take a visual of where that actually is in the space and then have the floor plan to show them exactly where they can find that. Also helpful to highlight other key features of the home that maybe aren't included on the listing photos. This is a really nice way to have that photo as a reminder of what it actually looks like, but then have the floor plan of where it is within the space. And incorporating all of this into the day-to-day while working with buyers is not going to take up a lot of your time, I promise. This is a really easy way for you to show your value to clients as you help get them into their next home. Now, at this point, everything we've talked about is kind of about floor plans in general. I'm sure you're thinking, sure, these are great, but it sounds like this is probably a time-consuming process, complicated, technical, all of the above. It's really quite the opposite. This image on the right-hand side of the screen gives you a good glimpse into the steps that you'll take to actually get started. So you'll open up the app, enter in and confirm the property address, and then it will pull up this camera type view where you can then begin the scan. So I'll show you a look at an actual scan in action in a moment, but you're essentially going to walk the perimeter of the entire home, the interior, and then include any exterior spaces that you want featured on the floor plan as well. So things like porches, decks, patios, if you have a detached garage or ADU, all of that can be captured. You're also going to get real-time feedback as you're scanning. So it helps you to correct things in real time if you're, moving too quickly, for example, or if you get too close to a wall, which helps to make the process as easy as possible for you as the scanner. But more importantly, it allows you to get the most accurate scan. So you'll get the most accurate measurements and floor plan as the end result. And lastly, you're not going to need to purchase any special equipment or cameras. You simply just need the CubiCasa app and your Apple or Android device. So now let's take a look at an actual scan in action. Unfortunately, I can't show a live demo of me kind of walking through the space that I'm in. I wish the camera could follow me throughout, but this will be the next best thing, and it actually kind of visualizes that process. So you'll see two separate views here. The main view of the video is just a screen recording of the actual phone itself. So that's what you'll see in the app. And then the sort of picture-in-picture type view that you'll see along the bottom is actually capturing the woman as she's walking through doing the scan. So you can see exactly what she's doing, going through the space, capturing all of the details. So to start out, you'll select the property type first up, whether it's single family home, apartment, townhouse, anything can be scanned. And you'll be ready to walk the perimeter of each room in the space, scanning as you go. You'll see that real-time feedback that I mentioned, sort of like this red caution tape that pops up across the screen, helping you to correct things in real time. You'll scan all rooms in the space. So we just saw her go into a walk-in closet. This is a living space. Capture all of the interior details. Once you finish the inside of the home without pausing or stopping the scan, you can step outside to capture any details. This example here, we've got a deck area with a built-in hot tub, but you can capture things like detached garages, if there's an ADU, if there's a pool in the backyard. All of that can be captured as part of that one single home scan. Once you've actually finished scanning the entire property, inside, any exterior spaces you want included as well, you'll be able to submit the scan to us directly through the app, and your floor plans will be available to download within 24 hours. It really is just as simple as you saw there, holding up your phone and kind of walking around the entire home. Should only take you a couple of minutes too. The average size house we're seeing right now in the neighborhood of 2,600 square feet, and those scans are taking less than 5 minutes. So as you can see, very fast, very easy process. Now that scan was a good example to give us a quick glimpse into some interior spaces, show a quick view of the exterior, but the scanning process works on all different types of properties. This is a really good example that I always like to highlight because we've got curved walls here, which are always a pain to try to measure. There's a pool in the backyard. We've got an ADU here. All of this can be captured in one single CubiCasa scan to get you an accurate floor plan for your listing. And the same process will be true for homes with multiple stories. You just need that one single scan. We recommend starting in the basement or lowest level of the home. You'll scan that entire floor without pausing or stopping the scan. You'll scan the staircase as you're actually walking up to the next level, scan that entire level, and so on. And then, of course, capture any of those exterior spaces. Now, as I mentioned, that scan should only take you a couple of minutes for an average size home. Once you've actually completed that scan, there's going to be a number of different floor plan options available to you, all created from that same single scan. The floor plans will be available to download directly on your phone, just using the CubiCasa app, or you can log into the CubiCasa site on your desktop to download files on your computer. To give you a quick glimpse at some of the available options once you've completed that scan, first up is what is now available to MLS listing members completely free, our basic floor plans. This will also be unlimited for you, so you can create as many of these as you'd like. This is a really great option to start making floor plans more standard practice as you're getting your listings put together, mainly because A, it's free, and B, it's only going to take you a couple of minutes. It will cover properties up to 5,000 square feet of scanned area, and you'll be able to save it out with or without room dimensions. So the example you see on screen will include each room's label and then the individual dimensions of that room. If you're just looking for more of a marketing type floor plan or something that you can print out, you can remove those dimensions and just have the individual room labels. On top of the free basic floor plan, we also have a number of optional paid add-ons that you can choose from. Everything that we offer is on an a la carte basis. So you can pick what you actually need or want for each individual property. There's no monthly or subscription fees or anything like that. You simply select what you want and purchase it that way. All options, like I said, are also created from that same 5-minute scan. So there's nothing additional that you'll need to do. This will show our 3 most popular options here. Light is the free basic floor plan that we just looked at. Plus and Plus 3D are upgraded floor plans that allow you to customize the styling. They'll include fixed furniture, so you'll see appliances in the kitchen, fixtures in the wet spaces, that sort of thing. And then you can also download different types of reports. So we've got an enhanced home report, which will outline key details of the property, and then the snapshots report, which we were talking about a few minutes ago, where those photos will be included. And then lastly, as the 3D name implies here, Plus 3D introduces 3D style floor plans, which just help to better visualize the space. In addition to these options that we just looked at, we also offer a GLA report or gross living area report. This is typically used by appraisers, but it can be helpful for homes that have areas that are unfinished, or if the top story of the home has areas with low ceiling height. This will break down the livable versus non-livable square footage of the property. And then these last two options here, you can also select from a faster turnaround time if you need the floor plan a little bit faster. And you can scan oversized properties above that 5,000 square foot threshold that we mentioned. Lastly, we have a number of 3D floor plan options available. These will include loose furniture in the space, so things like sofas, beds, dining tables will actually be included and will match the colors and textures as closely as possible to what's there in real life. So if you can see this example here, there's wood flooring, there's tiling in the bathroom, the sunroom area has a different style tile. All of that will be matched as closely as possible. The 3D floor plan will be just sort of that static image, but as an extension of that, there's also a video rendering available, which will be, 1-2 minute long video kind of walking through that rendered space. And then we also have CAD files available. So this is helpful for any sort of digital modeling needs. If you're working with somebody who's going to flip the home, remodel the kitchen, take down a wall, anything like that, this will be the best option to do all of that digitally before you actually dive in and start, demolition or renovation of the property. So as you can see, there's tons of different options that you can use as part of, the listing media, things to share for social media marketing or to print out at, a takeaway at an open house, or even to help your buyers decide on which property actually makes the most sense for them. Best of all, our basic light floor plans are available to you completely free. And for any paid add-ons that you select, you'll see an MLS sponsored 10% discount as part of our partnership listings.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Joseph, awesome app, Joseph, I got to tell you, and
Yeah.
really neat stuff. A couple of things I point out. I mean, that's great. I love the bird's eye view kind of you can get using it. And I really like the fact that it kind of, as you go through the house, gives you that real-time feedback so that, peace of mind that you're going through, that you're not wasting your time at the very end that it's going to be like error, right? No, good stuff. And also the fact that you don't require a subscription. I mean, really, I think are you just going to enjoy the fact that they can do it by case, listing by
Exactly.
listing, rather than be tied into like a year-long subscription, which a lot of places
Yeah.
make you do, right? Um,
Exactly. Yep. You'll have access to the free version. It doesn't require a credit card or anything like that. If you are going to purchase a product, you do need to add a card at that point. But
sure.
if you're just using the basic free floor plans, it's unlimited and you don't need to add your card. So,
Sure. Thanks for the 10% off for those that want to
yeah,
upgrade.
of course.
And so, for our agent subscribers out there, they can, get more info, I'm sure, right on your website.
Yeah.
You guys laid out pretty good right here. I think you guys covered it pretty well. And also I think if we're lucky enough, you're gonna come back for a Realtor's Edge series to kind of dive in maybe a little
Yes.
bit deeper, right?
Yeah, we'll take a closer look at some of the different products that are available. We'll kind of walk through one of the video renderings too, because I think that's helpful to see what the
Awesome.
3D spaces actually look like. And I'll give you a glimpse into the dashboard on the website where you actually access your floor plans, show you our quick edit tool where you can make quick changes. If you need to change a room name or something like that,
Gotcha.
it's about 10 seconds, a couple of clicks. So we'll cover all of that as well. And the last thing I always like to highlight is our amazing support team. I'm sure it seems like there's a lot of different things that you can do, things you may have questions about as you get started with scanning. You'll be able to reach us at pretty much any time. We have live chat baked into both the mobile app as well as our website. That's the fastest way to reach us. And then we also have a dedicated email alias specifically for our MLS partners, sort of a priority inbox, which is just mlshelp@cubicasa.com. Yeah, and that's basically
Oh,
everything that I wanted to cover with you today. Hopefully this was helpful to get a glimpse into, the benefits of floor plans, why and how they can enhance the experience for your clients and for consumers in the market, and got you excited about being able to create floor plans with this new member benefit. I've included a QR code on the screen here, which can be used to actually create your CubiCasa account. This will automatically affiliate your MLS listings membership. So you'll be able to get started today with those free basic floor plans, and then your discount will automatically be populated into your account from there.
yeah, fantastic, Joseph. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. It's gonna be an awesome partnership. We're really excited. We're looking forward to seeing you on the Realtor's Edge coming
Yes.
up. And let us know if you guys have any changes. Obviously any kind of advancements or whatever you guys are up to. Just holler at us. We'll love to have you back on the show.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got cool stuff coming soon. The Realtor's Edge, we'll dive a little bit deeper into all of the products. So tune in there and then stay tuned. We've got cool stuff on the horizon.
Fantastic. Thanks again, and to our subscribers, keep an eye out for our next Vendor Spotlight. Thanks. And take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.